I believe we can get there. And now because of that belief in day, as always, I make within and it just depend on the good way you want for salon. Now the same good we want. And if we all we hand together and work like one mama picking we like themselves, we go make salon how we want them. Yesterday we been there, we talk about them 50 school buses them. So today we get update because you know go find we talk all the way to talk yesterday. Then when there is an update, the updates maybe a rhyme with waiting you be they suggest yesterday, or maybe in all rhyme with them. But we update day, a find make we all come back, we listen and agree or suggest. Say na so and so we want. Without wasting any time, let we listen to this. A long, but if you pay attention, you're not gonna miss. If you're able to get paper and pen, please take note. So will you go on for say yes, I been read this, or I not been read that, I been read this, I not been read that. But this is waiting transpire this morning na Radio Democracy FM 98.0. Let we listen to this right now.
We go look inside the 50 school bus them where President Bio inspect yesterday. But 6 months now, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation been signed contract with the Aliyah Best Enterprise and Company for bringing 50 school bus them we cost over $4 million. Well, over the weekend, them bus here Canton and the Minister of Transport and Aviation be received them bus here. And yesterday, the bus them being they na Freetown as the ministry be want let people see the bus them and later been go with them na State House for let President Bio go inspect them. Well, for can talk more about them bus here in the studio, I want for welcome Hindolo Siaka, in a Director Transport Infrastructure Development Unit at the Ministry of Transport and Aviation. Good morning, Mr. Siaka, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Khadija, and good morning, listeners.
All right. We'll start with you, Hindolo Siaka, the Ministry of Transport.
Sure.
About 6 months, the ministry been signed contracts on behalf of development with the Aliyah company for bring 50 bus them. First, we start for look how the contract came about and how the Aliyah Best Enterprise end up for win this contract for bring the bus them.
Thank you, Khadija. Morning, maybe. Well, it's simply there was a public procurement. We tender the buses publicly, and various companies there, of course, bid as usual. The evaluation team evaluate, and the contract was awarded to Aliyah Best. So it was open competitive bidding for the 50 buses.
So now what's going to be the look at that time for when able for no say this particular company not able for meet with targets and what we want for see at the end of the day? Clearly
will be the look at experience and companies that we don't get experience in dealing with public transportation, particularly. As you are aware now, the first structured program this will they get on school buses. You go don't see school bus rights span buses, but a program where they target pupils. This is not the first time. And start from a very strong point of a company we don't get experience in dealing with buses. And Aliyah Best in company proved.
What do you mean that the first program this where they target school pupils them for get buses?
Well, I talk about the formal structure we call school buses, we're dedicated wholly to pupils.
What's in this structure?
Well, when you say school bus program, we just not go buy bus, we dump them. We they look at the program from A to Z. How we train the drivers, how we they maintain these buses, how we they target the people, the routing of them buses, and how we they work with the various stakeholders them. We as such as the program go on, we go articulate more on that. But I mean structured because the buses they are dedicated for pupils and nothing else. Period. We'll say school bus now school bus after school in the park. So that is what I mean by a structured program where they target the school bus system. We also they look at how you they drive picking them, because the way we they drive picking them completely different from how you they drive adults. and the mannerism, how the comportment of the drivers and get for manage them. PKA will get for train them in first aid, but we also get for train them in temper management as well, because PKA can be a bit rowdy in our bosses. Even yesterday we did at the bosses, they were so excited, but you get for manage them as a driver with different from not expect the attitude of adults from picking them. So then training program here they take place, but also how they maintain school buses. Who are the stakeholders, the way they deploy the buses. For instance, we'll go through the program, you go see, I will talk about the councils, how the Ministry of Transport, they interact with local government, with education, and with the local council for deploy this structured school program. So Khadija, that I mean by structure.
So this school program where you talk about now specific units within at the ministry or not just the same people where they do the normal Ministry of Transport and Aviation work, they involve in this?
Well, to start with, we not to the Ministry of Transport, they implement them on a daily basis. These buses they be distributed throughout the country to the various local council and at the district headquarter towns them. You and me go realize, say, 50 buses just a drop in the ocean when it comes to school buses throughout the country. By just rough calculation based on with statistics, you need about at minimum of about 500 buses if you want to run school buses throughout the country. We go cover over 80 to 90% of schools and population density for pupils. So we just start this like a pilot where they run throughout the councils, and we learn and collect data and scale this up. How we scale them up, we go talk about that later. But this, of course, the ministries from day one for go. We always say some functions don't be devolved to local councils, and that program they don't be aired over 98, not once. So we are going with the spirit of that, and then we engage the council, but Ministry of Transport not they completely disengage, because the technical capacity for managed public transportation still is within the Ministry of Transport and in parastatals. So we support the local councils them in deploying them buses here. And one way would they do, and would they sign a contract with them in terms of some regulatory standards. So I will stop here for now.
Over $4 million investments, I don't go into them 50 school bus there. Somebody go they eager for no Ministry of Transport, where they represent government in signing this contract. Yeah. How am I able to arrive at this $4 million amount for the 50 school bus them?
Well, you know, all the buses come in 3 different types. We get 25, 24-seater. And 25 standing. We get 15 26-seater and about I think 29 standing, and then we get 34-seater and 30 standing. Now all of these buses get them length, the breadth, and the technical specifications. So within the ministry, the procurement, the transport, the road safety, the road transport corporation, the road safety look at these technical specifications, and then we determine within our own, what you go call, we own price based on such of the different manufacturing companies. But then of course we arrive finally at them prices here based on the bidders, they own the most responsive bidder. Mm-hmm. In fact, the price was slightly higher by the most, so we negotiated with the bidder based on the specifications for arrive at the budget where government bid on set based on the search we'll make.
So this money for the bus them now from taxpayers' money, right?
Yes, this is fully funded by the government of Sierra Leone.
So for the purpose of clarity's sake, Mr. Siaka, earlier they talk about price. You can just quickly tell listeners them approximately the 3 different of bus system where you don't name, so how much each one go cost?
For the unit prices, honestly, not there with that data not there with me right here. Per se, one of the bus system. I don't get that data, to be honest with you. That can be provided, but the totality comes to that. I don't get the data for the unit cost here.
The president, Dr. Julius Madabio, inside been promised for provide school bus them for tap the plenty challenge them bring but 50 school bus them for fulfill the president in promise for complement the free quality education where they carry on at the country now. Alpha Timbo na
make significant pronouncements. Among them is a first he go abolish admission and tuition fee. Where if you don't do for government and coaches, then core textbooks. That has been done. That we have done. She for make sure she then begin and start for get boss. So it talk he make sure she coordinates with the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Transport and Aviation, the National Public Procurement Authority. All they want to collectively work for make this what you know happens so today. And me as a Minister for Basic and Senior Secondary Education, I'm very much happy.
But our government plan for shape them boss here. Cabinet Kalona, the Minister of Transport and Aviation.
As a ministry, we are excited. We will make sure, as what the President has said in the last state of Parliament, that the councils then, and they get for control this bus, supervised by the ministry. As you know now, school they close. Before school open, our buses go do what they're supposed to do. When time reach, I will distribute them. We will let all man know, say, Karao, Gedema, Bo, Ujong, Moyamba, Magwoka, Western area, urban and rural. We know how many buses to go. We will make sure, say, every student enjoy this facility. But for now, we put all the system in place before school opens in September.
But the concern with some people don't get but government property them. Now for monitor and maintenance them. We make have been asked the Deputy General Manager at the Salon Road Transport Corporation, Paul Hinga Toka.
The corporation, in nexus with the councils, therefore sit down and work out a proper maintenance program and an agenda as to how to monitor the buses, which kind of fuel they consume, the geographical spread of them, how the terrain they get for them, and how the drivers they get for the discipline vis-a-vis the approach to the students that will get on board. So what would they do? With the rollout program, which is our programs or designs where the council then go get for use for ensure these buses are well protected, then go by the strict maintenance manual, and there is a proper due diligent monitoring mechanism over there for the sustainability.
Jacob Jesus Safana, the Minister of Finance, we in ministry gather the couple for Biden bus here. They tell me how much one per them bus here cost.
First of all, yes, government save because the method where government acquire the bus is a through a competitive process. We tender about the buses. We bring that for cushioning the impact of increasing fare price on school children for transportation. Each of these buses can cost very competitive, about $90,000 or thereabouts. Now it's far less than $125 what they buy a few years ago.
Where they talk to different school picking them na free tongue, teachers, government workmen and other people. After we don't inspect but the 50 bus them, for see if they reach the standard way government they look for. The President, Dr. Julius Madabio, say this now for make sure say the picking them land better book na the country.
At the end of it all, one may affect the outcome. We get for talk to the picking them, but then some know some of the things that they not like when I for study, then do them. Because one of them he tell me say instead of I give them free education, make I make better the kids and then they will not agree. We give them all of this, but we make sure say they study so that we go get a better future. Everything what they do now, not for ourselves, not for the one they are. So for give them all the support, and these are one of the support them.
President Bill end up assure say in government go bring more bus them na the country as the economy they grow.
By the grace of God, when the economy done better, we go make them better more. We want for better enjoy. Elsewhere in the world, now boss they take them and bring them come back. If we not hold them fine, we not cut, they sit there, we not make sure they look fine. Say we not done, we not school, we not know say we not get reliable service from the house to the school, from the school back to the house. So this really not the government gets it again. Now we not get them, so we not go promise we not go take good care and also. And we not promise we not go land also. Okay.
But waiting at the things them with government plan for the do. For make the promise with President Pio don't do. Go all water. Yusuf Keke Thomas Sandin are the press secretary and presidential spokesman.
Now for put that into context, when we take off a government and economy way, we bankrupt, nothing on it. So by the limited in the way we save the get from taxes the way they raise, from the revenue they mobilize, and also people and goodwill them donors the way they support. And the president, the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, the future, what will they say with the do?
But waiting at the things them where the picking them have return been think about this development. Get the democracy been fed out.
Maria Khadija Samai, Yanwas Memorial School. This rainy season, the bosses today we're so happy that they don't available for we all.
Constant Coming John, my name na Aisha Sise. We mama them, we auntie them, we uncle them. Therefore appreciate what the government to do for me.
Usman Lamin, the Albert Academy, Junior Secondary School. Transportation business for school picking and not be there in the good mood. For now, as the government don't come, don't bring for them bus here, sell and senki, as no reduce transportation issue, for me school picking them go left for snap na street.
Yeah, the democracy go continue for monitor how them bus here they operate in the country. For the Society for the Democracy, Ahmed Sharif, the report.
Now, let me look at some of the structures them where as a government don't put in place. One, for monitor them buses there, because not today people then begin here say government and they bring buses for ease transportation problem, but the monitoring now one we can be challenged. 50 buses they don't can now will now dedicate them to school picking them. How government go ensure say on a monitor them bus there for let the movement go be sustainable?
Thank you, Khadija. Before I answer that, I will answer quickly. One go back to the question of the unit prices. Because,
don't get the price now.
Because it's important that the public know.
Right.
The buses, as I've been saying, the total contract price was 4,980 million, 4,980,000. But that includes the import duty of 5%, withholding tax of 5.5%, the GST of 15%, the ECOWAS levy. Where you total that, it comes to 1.335. So effective waiting go to the contractor is 3.6 million. When you average that, the average unit price comes to $72,800 per bus. As I said, these buses have both 24 up to 34 seaters, but the total capacity of the lowest is 50. The highest will take 65 pupils, because you get capacities then at the buses as well. So I mean, let that go out to the public in terms of the prices there. In terms of getting brand new buses to this country, this is the cheapest to date.
So it's the standard of them buses here where you compare to the money we want to put spanner?
Oh, it's value for money. You can independently verify the prices of brand new buses of the kind quality what they talk about, because it is not just buses. Buses then live on different ranges. But this come with a ramp, this come with a fully air-conditioned system, a CCTV on board, with a driver panel with a touch screen and electronics.
Which are the lifespan of them bus there?
The buses, the average for between 3 to 5 years. The smaller ones, and then you get the bigger ones. And that they clearly not the contract. Because now school buses, the minimum requirement we look at, but where we go back to answering your question, we want to get them all for run for at least 5 years. But and that they take me into the question of the maintenance
and
structure.
The monitoring.
And the monitoring.
For the in charge boss them, we come by monitoring.
Well, it's a two-pronged approach. We get an oversight monitoring. We go continuously rest with the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, and we state-owned enterprises. But then we get the daily administration. We go live with the councils, because the local councils, they run them buses here. Now, we don't, like you rightly say, not to today the knowledge come to we. So we be discuss in detail. One of the things we put in place, we key at the payment system. They get a payment system with cashless for them picking them. Where they get where they go preload na them card where you go use for pay on the buses. We they completely pull that way they can put 1,000 euros na conductor in hand throughout the councils. And then payment system here with a set up and a clear escrow account usai where you collect electronically the money they go na the system. Now make from now to September this go be deployed, because we don't begin the arrangement already. That are just on the payment system.
So now pay the picking and go for the pay for use the bus?
Yes. Again, this need for be clear. Not a free bus, but we did on a cost recovery basis. You know, what do we get for do now for let we be clear that when you get an asset, you get forget way for sustain and without putting undue burden as well on the consolidated fund.
So how the payment structure?
To determine cost recovery go mean, for example, and this is an example, if we say the bus routes they come out from say Lumley all the way they can FSSG and Convent area, for example, we say now the market price is 1.5. Cost recovery go say, okay, let the pupils then pay 1,000.
Mr. Hindolo, UNA as a ministry, we're in charge of transportation business in the country. Now, I don't bring 50 buses for school picking them, and now the local local council for they in charge.
Yes, no, for run them.
For run them.
Yes.
Somebody will say a brilliant idea for the government sit down and say, okay, we need for ease the transportation stress from student them. But this particular sector, the local council, we for can monitor them buses there. They don't come to the public. Then say don't they cry some of them challenges them and transportation now one. How you feel say the local council will able monitor them particular buses there and people not go begin issues we don't the camp and buses them break down and especially for collect the money them.
Khadija is a brilliant question, and the challenges of some of the councils them is not a secret, and that is why in my earlier response to your earlier questions, I said the Ministry of Transport, Education, local government, not the pool and by the bus monitoring. And so part of the structure we be they ask us how we ensure sustainability is the one that we they clearly put terms of reference for the local councils. By one, training the transport officers. Number two, the drivers, the way they come out from the different regions, then they be trained in how to use the bus. But again, I link this to the payment system. The reason we were very deliberate when we talk about a centralized side the money then they go, so that we get a clear maintenance regime where we they follow and monitor. We don't already engage private sector for bring the spare parts then within the stock. The bus they come with their own initial spares. 2 containers there on the high seas where we come as part of this price as well. But over and beyond, we they get a private sector who don't already begin engage. They say you can stock key parts then.
So another investment in spare parts.
Not to we they do it. That's why the private sector they come with them. Then they put a money, they go ship them.
Buy them.
But of course.
So another investment in spare parts.
No, then they come out of the running. That's where this link they to say you forget cost recovery. That is why we follow the money, because when you pay 1,000 or when you pay whatever the price would they talk about, the money that they for be monitored for use for buy fuel, for pay the drivers, for ensure say timely repairs then be done, and a repair is as good as the authenticity of the parts we available. So government not go take money now because go begin buy spare part and car stocker. We don't go down that route. We they get the private sector. The brother and I am Mr. Lavalier and co. Go and say I get the parts, then I had the diesel filters, then they where government and local council then want use an Probola, we they buy an IASO, then send and go Probola.
Right.
We get mobile vehicles the way they go do sustainability.
Mr. Siaka, now we look at the employment system for drivers them we get for the operate them bus there. Now council they in charge for employ the driver them or now the Ministry of Transport?
Provide the drivers. It just makes natural sense. If bus they go, I like Krobola as an example because it's one of the farthest points from South Sudan. If they run na Karine, for example, you know they will local told that for able for run the buses. That the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation very heavy in terms of providing regional technical support and training. All of their drivers here they be trained, and in fact, as they are with information don't reach me till we they get I think 2 of the manufacturers they come for do both in the technical maintenance training and the how for masses. The manual for the buses we they use them for train the drivers and through SLRTC. So each council they send more than like double the number of the buses we go na that council so that we could train the drivers them for go back to them. But then they recruit.
Earlier you said the school picking and the pay for them boys so.
Yes.
Almost come them for the expected and picking them for the pay for use the bus them.
All I will say at this stage, because the claim won't be determined throughout yet, but you go pay less than what you they pay current. And also now we take into consideration that the burden of school fees don't go and all the rest. We still want to continue for reduce the burden but maintain quality. You get for pay, but one thing we'll go assure you say on the route where you pay for you picking right now, you get for pay something less than that, but you, some form of payment there for day. Follow we keep them bus here on the road.
What's in the daily running costs for the bus them one are the already project?
Well, we don't do school buses as I say from now. We get data for public transport, but that data they not going to apply because the circumstances and context are different. The school bus they run based on school. So when school over, bus not get for them streets, and that is therefore be part of the contract they will design with the local council. Them bus are not for the council, the chairman of the council in married or in funeral. So them buses here, they be packed. So we get for look at, as I say earlier, part of the objective of them 50 buses that would roll out, now data and information real time would they collect. So when we start for scale up, say, okay, another 100 school bus for camp, now they're in a better position because we don't get real time data for match up in terms of which maybe they ask the consumption, fuel consumption, breakdown data, the attitude of drivers, and picking them, and then improve on that. We use that as a feedback loop for let we improve on the school bus structured system as we roll them out.
Now, whose class will picking and the bus and the target? Because earlier you been mentioned, say, when I go for the giddy picking and card, they will then go for the use. Yes. Now, a system when I don't design. Now, whose class of picking them on the targets?
Well, obviously, again, for be independent class person. Not to pick we need an we then get for a company to school.
As in class 1 picking and go for the go at the bus.
Yeah, you get for come at the bus stop and wait with the bus they pass, you go on board. So you no go get picking we need an adult accompany for go get na the bus because driver no get that time they for look after picking.
So that means not for all the picking them as the public they perceive.
Well, as we start, yes, they can't accommodate picking them. We're not independent. I stress on that. Whether that class day, how we get for determine, again, as I say, we did in tune with the, I make the Minister of Education be there yesterday, in tune with the Minister of Education, with the ministry and the local government and the local council. Some then determination, then we get 2 months for finalize them.
You say on the open an escrow account for put the money you get for the commot from the running of them bus there. Now council get for the in charge. This particular account, would I get for be signatory to her?
This discussion don't begin before now, and again, as I say, we get 2 months for finalize them. But the initial proposition is that we get the ministry and the council for jointly administer their accounts here, so that we go get direct monitoring. So now the ministry
and council get for be signatory to this account?
Initially, yes, this is the discussion, and it hasn't been concluded. I should make that clear.
Mr. Hindolo.
Yes, please. Yes, quickly, thanks to all the messages, but 3 they were pertain to me. The procurement process, the qualified mechanics, and whether in fact the bus stops them. The first one I did not answer earlier on if the listener have been listening, but still thank you for sending for that throw light again. Simply, I will repeat myself that the process was transparent, open, competitive tender. All the documents are there. And if you want to review that, you can come at the ministry. So the process was open. There was no secret about it. The second aspect, we do have Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation and Road Authority mechanics them. We don't they handle buses. But in addition to the level of quality right now, we want to augment them by getting the manufacturers to train them specifically on these particular type of buses. So that will improve on them. And therefore, because the buses are new, all we expect within the next 24 months will be routine maintenances. Finally, on the aspect of the road stop, yes, with a signed contract with all local councils, part of it will be how the bus they engage and disengage. Not to all side this bus they get for the stop. They get designated bus stops when are the pupils and get for go, and then bus stops and they part of we project that we'll get for the public transport safe. We get for improve on them pedestrian walkways.
So go the park like who said they sleep now money then left these points for go collect this school picking them.
Well, all councils therefore arrange that, make that arrangement day. Say because buses then get for the come out from opposite end. So if you say we get 25 naira, the one they left the east go, the one they left the west go there. Now, how they disperse within different routes, that they go be detailed later. But of course, you get for cater for the broad spectrum of students. And again, at the stress on this point, Fambulem, this now 50 bus, it don't get for cover everybody right now. But we use them as a starting point for scale up eventually. So let that be clear. 50 bus can solve all the school transportation problem, but it's a start towards the right direction.
I will be the talk. You talk more about the drivers, them how they go get for monitor them for ensure say they run them how now once for let they run the bus them. But what about the picking them? Because not to the first time this place alone they get to school bus. I remember the time we said they go school bus them in day. But at the end of the day, we see how them be end up. Some then they cut them with blade, they sit them, then they cut them, and they know they not be the take care of the bus them. Waiting there for the picking.
Maybe a quick one, very well for that question, and we took that into consideration in the design of them buses here. If you look them buses, what you do, make them seats robust without you then get like plastic natured. So when you sit down there, you not go able cut am with blade or what. If you soak, it know the smell because not to fabric like this. Because we know say na pikin dem get for sit down there, and then there's very strongly screwed so that you jump this if you not get for able for destroy them easily. But that not stop we, and Khadija, let's just make this part of we feedback loop, and I go piggyback on waiting Mr. Lavali they say now waiting we don't call citizens engagement. One of the key things we get for rely on now the feedback structure we don't set in place for send text to the Ministry of Transport and Aviation about what you just observe the boss they do. We they create, they put that number out, we they create that avenue for a citizens engagement. For say, hey, I see this boss go take people and married or not and school bus will not be say. We want that information.
Mr. Hindolo, all anything that we talk about, somebody go argue say you know new previous bosses the way we don't need they even get number we write at the back of the bus we now WhatsApp number there. But yet the people they see them bus there, so they load plazas from upline the canton. How una go ensure say una monitoring system really different from what be done in the transport sector?
Khadija, na time we not get for Lago structurally throughout all waiting we don't put in place from the aspect of the transport officers, from the aspect of we own routine checks on them buses here to which I mean by we own public citizens engagement, because you get an IT aspect of it where we they work on already, not for just school buses, we they get for scale up for public transport buses as well. More buses than they can win than for public transport. So we they put system in place, we not ever this alone, we not a what you call a transport monitoring hub. Also you get screens there where they so they monitor any bus to the border points then at the country.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Hindolo.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Hindolo Siaka. And the team na Radio Democracy 98.0. We want to tell them thank you because not good and make we able get what you don't listen. Like as I've been saying earlier, we start yesterday, everybody be get waiting at the concern. Today, you don't hear exactly waiting at the plan. You don't hear how much the boss then cost. Even though some people go say, I'm the finance minister, I talk say up to $90,000 for one, and Hindolo in talk say 72,000. But if you listen, the boss system, then they by size. So I want to believe say, not be able, in we can at the studio, Hindolo Siaka and info be don't come with a proper breakdown of the bus price them. Breaking down see the 32 seat and 25 standing because then get to one way and this and then they standing now so and so and so it cost. But in just make them on a round because I know say the big one and the small one no cost the same. So maybe the finance minister in be the talk about the big one, then in the talk about the small one. But whatever, I go find for transparency's sake, where if we don't come well equipped with the bus, then price them. And we get for land say again, then pay GST, then pay all the other thing the way then pay per them bus here can cost $1.3 million. Because waiting do na contractor na go bring the bus then come. Na win the bid. They say na transparent bid, but I don't know if you be here, would then be open the bid. Me, I not be here. But they say na transparent bid. They say na Aliabes. Most people where they travel up the provinces, you gonna say na possibly don't take a bus business. But na so then tell we get for land back say na pikin we able go school for himself. Now ain't go able use the bus because you come inside. Now we don't know see a card system, not to money again. You get for load whatever na the card and okay. But let me say like nursery and class 1, the one then they go for themselves. Now way them parents and can take them, they're not going to use the bus. They're not going to use them because you get for able for handle yourself from usai they bought the bus to usai the candle. Now then they didn't tell me. I open the phone line. You don't listen everything where Hindolo Siaka don't tell me. I don't know what thing you say. We be there yesterday. We get beaucoup suggestions them. Today we don't hear what thing they say. What thing are you don't take? The phone line open. Yes, caller. You did live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please?
Yes, good evening, AA. This is Willow Tech calling from London.
Yes, Willow Tech. You get 2 minutes, sir. What's in your contribution?
Okay, just a quick one. First of all, we therefore say thanks to SN Radio for give this opportunity as usual. I don't listen to all the points that we make by the minister. Yeah, but first of all, I say well done to the government. The prices then, like you mentioned earlier, then get some hidden things that were not clear out about the prices. Then, number 2, we get for no because when they see buses then at salon, then paint them, then they say, oh, they're a new bus. But we already out. We know bus we in a 2-year-old, we in a 1-year-old, we in a 3-year-old. The age of the bus is them. We need for no, so we able to Google them now. Today the technology is high. They're not just the library. We get for no more things then. Number 2, the bus routes them. We roads them as alone. The bus route then a morning. The traffic how they get for sort as for the picking and get to na school earlier than I want. I make them quick because of the time. Number 3, the spares them. It talks to them privatize spares. How you will dedicate forget a bus with the car on? You privatize the spares. The spares then for car with the bus. And then for know the nature and the anatomy of the buses them. Because if me not private sector, I don't go bring me part take car. That is price I want. If I know you not can buy me parts, the bus no one. You get for be well equipped. You not get for rely, you finger not get for then at the next man's mouth before you be able for say you able provide something where the public will rely on. Right? Number 3. No, the kids are get for charity chair. That is no. Now you get for cater for that. Then get not picking them. Then get for charity chair. Then get for do small vandalism. Then number 4. The bus passes the way they say they go to top up. Right? When if picking don't know a level of high because I the top up now so you money the one out. How then get for do one? To say, okay, now one Leone I get to have need for go to pop. Then you don't go to have na bus stop, done in money, done in card, you know get for go school, the bus stop passer.
Okay.
Done again.
All right.
Yes.
You tell me don't run out of your time, please.
Me time done. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I know see more callers than go input on that on the rest. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side the call from?
Mina Faladin from Paris.
Yes, Faladin. You get 2 minutes. What's in your contribution?
First of all, I just because I did listen this morning where that man made the talking on 1921 in how the picking for use the bus. This is simple. You understand? All over the world, there's more food in them part of the world. So we go to call and fast Navigo. And Navigo they use for what kind? The one of Paris. Paris alone a big pass salon. Paris no more a big pass alone. You understand? You charge Navigo for the whole month 75 euro. So if you work on the entire Paris with big pass alone for 75 euro. You understand? Not to say pass, not only the man will be explain and why. But not to pass you go chop up money. Now trade you go charge. If they charge that way kind of clock, they don't say this bus here so it get valid pass for kind of this bus here so. Simple. Rwanda they don't do it. And we don't say and then they don't do. Then secondly, I want to come up with something because I find out say you don't repeat this bus issue so many and I don't follow it for quite a long time. I not ever read AAA. This is directly at the factory, directly. I don't know if maybe I stand to be corrected. For Moody's Commission of Inquiry don't start. You don't want to come up with a program for saying the Commission of Inquiry can discuss on one day. We don't read them to this so some series of allegations they don't come out against an escoma. We'll start to money the way we draw where the Commission of Inquiry don't come up with the issue. But ever come up explain to the Salon people, for create a program, just make a come back. You know?
Okay, I want all you there first. I want all you. Because I find out most of the time they come straight at me. They create a program where we all they discuss. Yesterday we talk about this boss and we don't get an update. Yesterday plenty people then suggest. So we not go left the boss when we don't get immediate update for the boss. We go per other story. And the commission of inquiry, hold on, not to one term, not to two term, not to three term. We don't do the commission of inquiry now. This program, maybe sometimes you not be joined with it that day.
Well,
but if you go back,
to be corrected.
If you go back, you will find out all waiting we don't do.
Me no ever witness and see you come up like particular issue of then come money so them console then to the so say now and it's come make approval for them withdraw what it is salon for no side the money go do nothing. I believe say like one year I see back one picture back when they come up with say salon be buy one play and call take a year something like that then pay almost $1 million blah 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 for no nothing. I feel say some of the issues for the come up with them and discuss and instead of they repeat this boss issue.
Okay.
You know, the boss issue to better thing.
All right, you know? make our holiday first. I'll show you how they work. And not just they see something on social media, agree Pamo can talk. You get established radio station them with the salon. When they air the whatever story, we're able to take them from them and bring them on our own platform, make we discuss them. Because
the commission of inquiry, the commission of inquiry, not a social media issue, Danny.
Yes, not a social media issue, but not to everything we see na social media, now you they run with. And I want to make you know, so there are so many other platforms. Here, another for SLPP, another for APC, another for nobody. I create a program where we all can come and talk about. But I find out say most of the time where you come, now AAA na you they come for. You know they come for the topic. And if we create something, let we come for the topic where we they talk about. If you want for suggest say AAA, okay, I believe say make we suggest say make we look by the commission of inquiry. Certain things they don't come up. I believe say go find for make we talk about them. That will be way better than when you come say can't tell me say AAA. No, not to show you the talk on, but not to show you the talk on. The way you talk on now is like you they try for accuse AAA say it come out from the commission of inquiry. I can tell you say go SN Radio, go na YouTube, go check how many commission of inquiries the way we don't do. And you can suggest, say, I suggest, say, let we do this, then they can't say, you observe, say, you know, they touch this, you know, they do this.
They edit the information where they can't give it. You look the editor. You know, because to me personally, I feel say this commission of inquiry issue, especially this issue will come up so then to that was yesterday also. This is a very, very important issue for long time to let us go discuss. Instead of you repeat the boss issue, that's my perception. You know?
Yes, now your perception, but what I'm saying is this. I want me to get unclear. What I'm saying is, if you get something where you suggest, say, we need for deal with, you can come and say, AAA, you go finally we look at this. But instead, when you come, there is an approach. Now the approach I did tell you about, because this is not the first time. Most of the time, if me and you not share the same idea, where you come, not directly at AAA they come. This is what I don't want. I don't want to make you come at AAA because we create a platform for everybody.
Now, after God, now you are above too. After God, now you are above too.
No.
After God, now you are above too.
Now, okay, go on Facebook. Now people and don't begin say yes, AAA na APC. Because that's what they get from you. You see? But if you wait yourself, it's okay, it's fine. Thank you very much, Faladin. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Tripoli. Good evening, Sierra Leone, or wherever on the parts of the world. Mina Ali, I call from Germany. Really, Tripoli, I really tell you thank you for what you do for the platform where they give to Sierra Leoneans for they will give out their views and opinions about what they happen at Sierra Leone. Some of we they appreciate you, although some people know they appreciate you, but whatever work we they do in this world, even if they do good also, people must do what they think a other way. But you know, we'll look to that, just continue with your good job, my brother. God will really reward you for that.
Okay,
I just
you
want
get 2 minutes. Make and quick. What you want to
I just want to small notes concerning this busing issue. One, I get some concerns we are asking some questions. Then do I come very, very late? Since Sierra Leone, we lack that culture of maintenance. That are one, and two, the supervision we lack that day. So I want to know how best this government go able let them able do supervision, let them once they are not able run out of time before the specific year would then give your specific lifespan would then give them where it go run out. Now that's one. And two, the maintenance issue, if how then get forgo about the maintenance issue. That's one, because we see some people they bring buses where they even last 2 to 3 years. You need to see them again. We say they see them now, they don't turn scrap yard, either they don't chap them for we sell as scrap parts or so. So now that me one. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, your name and who side the call from, please?
Okay. Let's.
Yes, caller. If you listen at the phone, I don't know if you listen. Who side you listen? No by under.
Okay, I can go on now.
Yes, now you. But if you don't waiting and listen at the phone.
No, I don't done with. I don't want to answer.
Okay, what's your name and who side the call from?
Okay, this now Mustafa they call from France.
Yes, Mustafa from France. Waiting now you get 2 minutes. Waiting your contribution.
Well, my contribution pertaining this bus issue. We Sierra Leoneans, like the last caller they talk, we get problem for maintenance things and then boss here, they don't come, then they will open the procurement to we the public aid correct to allow able for know actually how everything go on. We don't know what they go on, maybe expensive, maybe pass the former government boss the way they buy. When them be don't criticize, maybe because of that they will not understand. Then number two, somebody they come and talk something about commission of inquiry. I don't know if the person knows say commission of inquiry na investigation, na allegations and people and they come with. It left to the judge for when he don't conclude on and then go debate on that thing. Somebody no count allegation. Now, commission of inquiry, they expect you for can debate. Because the judge not pass verdict, they not even go through on it. Therefore, no say you say don't they be professional in this way they do. Not a social media group this, or radio station this, or waiting. Una get facts there, una get lot of activities they do. So whatever thing on account now, I get for be. Say I don't really check them very well. Commissioner for inquiry, people and they go there with various allegations. It left to the judge. When the judge don't pass verdict, and then they will consider will discuss anything and they. For right now, anything a commissioner of inquiry is not interested until when they don't pass verdict.
All right, thank you very much.
People and get that common understanding they force.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please?
Good afternoon, Mr. Tripoli. This is Ibrahim Jallo, the call from Washington.
Yes, Ibrahim Jallo from Washington. You get 2 minutes. Waiting a contribution.
All right. Well, first of all, the first thing I want to contribute towards, I believe, the Ministry of Transportation for provide a maintenance department where we say now a department where they solely for other parts and maintain them both here instead of then deploying on somebody where we say now in the other department and price them. That's now one side. Even at the West Castle, that's where they happen because they get a logistic department where they provide logistics for all the buses or transportation or whatever vehicles they get. That now one. Then secondly, towards the picking them, then those school picking them, we then say they know we go accompanying at the bus. Then I believe say if they implement a system where it be say like they get like 50 officers, then we go there and then nursery schools them or then primary schools them for them picking ya. Then tell the parents and say, when I get for they to not picking them this time at them bus stop, yeah, then them provide them bus driver then the way it is them only there for collect picking them from age 5 to 10 or from 5 to 11, then drop them off now some of them schools here, then get the safety officers them where they work with them kind of the schools them. I believe that will make a bright idea so the parents are not going to feel left alone and the picking are not going to feel like say the young picking are not going to feel like they not get privileged to work within the government to bring them. I believe that could be a great idea, but also that part-wise, I believe the need for implement a maintenance department we solely then do for other parts and supply logistics. That way, the government will lose money towards whoever they say the other part and bring parts to the country. So, my own contribution that.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, caller, are they live on here? You name and who side the call from?
Yeah. Me now Mohamed Sisse, I call from Paris, France.
Yes, Mohamed Sisse from Paris, France. You get 2 minutes. What's your contribution?
Well, my contribution concerning them bosses there. I feel bad small anyway, but anyway, we try for grow. But not to a country like Sierra Leone. Me, I always say Sierra Leone, now one of the richest countries then at the world, one of the richest, because if you consider we size and the kind of resources we'll get for good, it goes celebrate for 50 buses. You will see how poverty don't really stick in we, the Sierra Leoneans then. How shameful it be for go begin to celebrate for 50 buses. Where people, the other country, they try for things, but other things, they don't forget about. That's in the anyway, me, like me, I don't feel good about that, because for don't go past there still then we don't pass that stage there for good, they go celebrate for 50 buses. But anyway, that's when we level. Because some of which until our food side will find ourselves, until we they take them to for saying a small team ball. That's when small.
All right.
So on the side of the buses then, one for we don't get maintenance culture. Now that control the maintenance culture. Let we try make sure the government try for put measures in place whether we will maintain them buses there. Because at the end of the day, before you go say 1 year, 2 years, they all don't turn to scrap. You see? On the side of the Commission of Inquiry, because I know say I don't get beaucoup time.
Yeah, you don't run out of your time. Yeah, you don't run out already.
Okay. So that on the side of Commission of Inquiry, people they just go and talk, they don't know what's in they talk anyway. I don't want to begin to accuse somebody or this and that. But when they forget about this commission, when they left her in the hands of government, make government do what they for do, then come out to defining and know what they for do, then they for do later. If we say we give allegation, politicians already have a long way go left. So that's my contribution there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please?
Yes, me na Alusain Dondem, they call from London.
Yes, Alusain Dondem, you get 2 minutes. What's your contribution, sir?
Thank you very much. Yes, the Sarah I want to talk first now that this is not the only time where people can get the opportunity for go see them bosses there where it not cost them anything. So if you give people a chance for let them can see something, people can just get for go dance. Because this maybe now the one is so the examples of all the other bosses they don't kind of salute, where they're not able to follow waiting them with the talk. But if we wait and listen to this program, we waiting the man we talk na 98.1, all the things the at we aid for, the man don't explain. He said them put mechanism for all them things. So let we give them people a chance. Maybe them people are now we save them. Maybe now them can save we from all the other things the way the past politicians them don't talk on able for do them. So we need to give them chance. And the only thing we need to advise them now that like the payment system, if some of we try to compare them parts of the whole year we day, like when Paladin they say something like that, at least if they make a card, let it be say the card, they tell them say will you pay, if you have 60,000 they pay that 60,000 for 1 month or for 1 week, and let it they come up from Waterloo to PZ or to whosoever side where you school day, and that amount they now all they pay. Maybe that will able to solve the problem. But I believe say within the man talk and the mechanism we will put in place, I believe say success go there. So let me tell them thank you for what you don't do for us, and let me see what you end for them instead of with the begin they tell them give it for them. They don't tell all the saying they make the mechanism there in place. So let me patient and see what you end for do, So
right.
it's better days are coming in Salon. No man they know that. Okay then, thank you very much,
Alusan. Yeah, thank you.
The only thing I go say no more. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please?
I name Umo. I call from Ohio, Umo Lady.
All right. Waiting now your contribution. You get 2 minutes.
Okay, my contribution is, first of all, I want to tell the government a job they don't do, and this they show me say we're ready for go before. But I also want to talk to Mr. Leone's name for be very positive, because we had to listen to this program even yesterday. Some man they talk say road not even there for let the bus pass. We get for start somewhere. Yes, road not there. This not there. But we get for begin some side. Let we Sierra Leoneans they be very positive about we country. Somebody get for start something. And what would they talk to them people here? Where they don't bring them boss there. We don't elect them, then they lead we for pray for them, we for suggest to them. Like the last man we talk, I agree with them. Some suggestions then what would they make as if they dictate to them as if they don't know what they are doing. But I think that they actually understand what they do, or we all get for put hands together and let we give your own suggestions then. So maybe what they forget, then go able add and they. But Australians say we always want die and go heaven, but we don't want die. Before we get heaven, we get for die. And the parents then, we not parents then as really we get for talk to we picking them. Demonstration time, then they go broke boss, then they go destroying them. When we do that one day, now we set self with the put behind. So I just want to talk to every Sierra Leoneans there. Let we be positive in everything we do. We country will go before.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please?
Okay, me now Usman Usfren, I call from UK.
Yes, Usman, you get 2 minutes. What's your contribution, sir?
All right, me on contribution just for try for remind them. I feel say they not been mentioned about the student and they own ID for prove them as student and the top of and the top of them bosses the way. But I feel say just try to find a way. Now, good idea is very good. Everything they do is very good. But it's systematic. Everything they go on are systematic gradually. So we will able to see and we will go top up this. We know say now weekly they cost you. Monthly they cost you. Then put them prices there in range. Then you just go like other man be say you go na bus stop then you don't run out. That's one thing. Then the student they own ID back, then go show see na students them. In case they go for extracurriculum activity, then go try help that side. The other one now we are being concerned about that privatization. Now the word is now that area they need more because I feel see the former government been do a mistake also when they introduce privatization on them traffic lights. If the traffic lights then been get problem would not be for done them. Some of you friends have been doing involved in that in the board and go bring a private board in a UK now. Where the private man or in the Mauna, the minister, wherever, they begin draw. Let them just try specify, say, with the order item they are, then go order them. Still, at the same process, just keep ordering them from the government coffers. Straightforward, the order, then they come. Like anybody with the order. But if you begin to privatization, then that means now undercover business and go and do that. Something like James and go and go give business, let's say again, Europe, Mott and Elick Mott. That now clear and clean sheet we will all go see. But again, as you really see, we all don't take pen and paper for the right. Because they see the faintest ink, it lasts longer than the longest memory. So now they go help you tomorrow if Commission of Inquiry go can now, you don't get your pen and paper. But not to now for go worry about things we not ongoing. You go talk about the commission, we're not concerned now, we're not landing a private body. But what if go for the right now? And not saying that this don't happen. Now the best thing this you do. If people ain't getting diary, like I mean, they do only do me diary, I get an all the program that get small diary. If minister go talk, if I get small diary, it will help you tomorrow. We'll not go argue again. It will look like you contradict, say, been talk November, this talk here. You will see back October, waiting happy October. Then you just keep an off your head. You will sleep in a mortal man, but that faintest ink, it lasts longer than the sharpest memory. And also anything with a diplomatic way will approach her, that people learn they just come. You the intonation, if me they tell you say keep quiet in a polite way, I say keep quiet, please, can you keep quiet? But you can say sorry if I talk wrong now. Come on, keep quiet. You see the difference? So please let the people when they approach anybody within a chair, you as a panel and let them know. But there was somebody who was very agitative. But please, and also go drink cold water in cold heart. Yeah, let the right things them continuously. Let they put them in record. So tomorrow you don't go forget. So if Federal Commission or anything for Canada, you go run them. Thank you very much for the platform.
Usman.
Thank you.
Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please?
This is Ayo from US.
Yes, Ayo, you get 2 minutes. Waiting your contribution.
Well, I just want to buttress within these guys and CB they talk. See, this guy may don't talk in an interview. Say everything's they don't ever put everything in place for make sure this thing work out good. But yet still, you get some people that really come up with different questions. What about this? What about that? The implementation never start yet for them to see how they think they work. But then they take this thing still and they make everything political in that country, you know. And as far as this other issue, I think last week when they say the boss there, because the new boss, the lifespan could be 10 years. But this guy they talking at the interview today say between 5 years or so, you know. So I don't know what's up with that. I would like to get some clarification. And you just keep on doing what you're doing, man, you know. There'll always be some naysayers there, you know. Just keep on doing your job, you know. That's my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much, Ayo, from Maryland. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're there live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Mina Mahmoud, I call from Germany.
Yes, Mahmoud, you get 2 minutes. Waiting your contribution.
First of all, I want to say plenty thank you for this kind program we bring come to we, of course. A contribution in relation to how we go maintenance and how we go able to take care for them bosses there so that it will be useful to we, especially to the school picking them. Of course, like we in Germany, we get my student ID, where every student who is entitled to boss, a school boss, where you get, where you come inside the bus, where they display to the bus driver, where they show say this person entitled for board na this particular bus. So I feel say that one day again a very brilliant idea. Then the other thing again, in relation to the school picking and the people that we get for the use them bus here, how themselves get for be mindful in them buses there. Because for say you go take pen, begin the write na bus chair, take blade, begin the cut bus chair, all that thing and they not good. So the parent they also the need for sensitize the picking and let government make and crystal clear that them buses here. The picking that we get for this them boss here, they get for no say them boss here now for them. So then say get for know exactly when and how for take care and because that one they also a part of the maintenance scheme. So like now that's a main contribution.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller, your name and who side you call from, please?
Yeah, my name is Brian. I call from New Jersey.
Yes, Brian from New Jersey. What's in your contribution? You get 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, we tell him, Mr. Hindolo, I don't know, what's in Siaka. Yeah, I will tell him plenty thank you and the government for waiting and do them bosses there. Already explain, na good thing and he explain. I didn't hear what for free. I didn't hear the happy we see good thing for we can't see where they go before. We happy. We give them 1,000% congratulations. Let them continue Randy. The only thing more let them assist, let them monitor like the maintenance, the parts the money the barrel, the private company, let them monitor all that thing. Always say they put there the infrastructure is in the transport infrastructure, that's good. Let them continue that and they will give them plenty thanking. And then tier one for see more development. Let them go to other areas then. We'll tell them plenty thank you. Done one thing before I go again, my last point is people me no want for let give up. Because we know that people don't go come with the support either of them two parties and they can discourage you. Not give up. Like we want to be truly independent people who support APs or SLPP, we did behave. We get you back 1,000%. Let nobody not discourage you. Do what you do. Because we lost you, like you know voice. We don't want to lose you. We get you back. Continue. All the kudos to you. Thank you very much. Let God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brima. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who the call from, please?
Good evening, everyone. This is not DJ Omar from Sweden.
Yes, DJ Omar, you get 2 minutes. Waiting your contribution.
First, I just want to say thanks and really beg everyone, please. This is not a platform where anybody they come for attack the presenter or what they say. Everything where the presenter they present now a facts where we all they hear from waiting they happen. So yeah, not the platform where they based on political issue. Yeah, and just a place where they just they discuss about the bosses. My own contribution no more where they give. A very good start. And let Sierra Leoneans then let be positive. Let we take advantage of any development where it can. Like I can always say, for let we go able to move this whole issue here forward, the government self need, we, just as we talk about the student there, they still need to participate inside the process, let the boss then last, the driver, even we, the parents then too, what they see, waiting to happen for daily basis about the bus system. And then the only point where we want to see, let government create or the Ministry of Road and Transport get a task force. In case, if there is any violence where they go inside the bus, along with the bus, they travel, help from the police, the security department, they can able to go or trace that particular bus number, and go inside that bus there and rescue because of picking them. They need that security there, about that. But besides that, a very positive move, and we pray to the government, let them do more. Because we say for be positive and play with your own part inside the development of Sierra Leone. So, and all I can say to AAA, they do a very good job. Continue for do them. Not everybody just care for like what they do. Everybody get some man they come for debate on their political agenda, and we're not there for. You open a platform, we say how they discuss. So I want to say thanks to you and thanks to all the other positive people them where they give you good positive ideas to develop a country. Now that's not my case.
Thank you very much, DJ Omar. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who the call from, please?
Patricia, the call from Buffalo, New York.
Yes, Patricia, you get 2 minutes. Waiting on your own contribution.
Right. Okay, to start with it, thank you so much the way we addressed that guy. We've been very aggressive. I don't know. Salon people, they like to travel safe for not the land. But I like the way we handle that. Thank you very much. I give you kudos for that. And the boss them back way, they don't bring a fine for where like here where school picking then get boss. Sometime again, people that can behave the way that even the student themselves. Person go in Eastern just because he get a bus for ride, they go on ride, they go na Western, from Western he come out. If they make anything like, I don't know if now bus pass then get forget or what he said. Therefore not say this bus where they go na Eastern, now for Eastern, we were in a Eastern, you get right for car inside that bus day, for car na social school, na social side. But if you don't get right, you can't say if you saw the bus pass, the bus driver for no say, oh, you not to this bus, you forget, go inside, and not to where you supposed for day. You know, say, I like you get the bus pass safe. If you not call for who side you day, then you want jump at the bus, they know they accept you. Therefore, they look into them thing and then two, they, I don't know, for maintenance, the bus them and the drivers themselves, therefore don't train them well, for drive the motor car and for take care of the car, for overload, because salon they left for overload inside motor car. Two, if any, I don't know how they call it, if they get apprentice, I don't know if they get people that wait for watch the student they inside the bus, so they don't go destroy anything where they inside the bus. That's not what they say.
All right.
Kudos. I'm so upset with that guy, so I'll not be listening too much on the whole program because I'll be upset with and the way they approach you. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and who the call from, please?
Hello?
Yes, now you dey live on here. Your name and who side they call from?
Oh, okay. Me na Gugiato, they call from Norway.
Yes, Gugiato from Norway. You get 2 minutes waiting a contribution.
Yes, so Triple, I really appreciate when myself able to take part because this is not my first time for contributing at this program, but I can listen. But I be so upset more because I see everyone call away, they dictate to you for show you waiting you for do. And I not believe saying that so it will be. At least we are in this Europe party, so we don't come on a salon. I believe so we forget more mentality for know how we for able to do something. This like our man be talk, the last caller talk, not to political business, APC or SLPP. This now anything way because the way how you they do your program, you they do them very well. Also we see say yes, something the way now find thing, at least we for praise that and give kudos to the government. If governments don't take this kind big program here so for come, all man try for give government your idea, put your how something go into a place, you understand? After that, if something will go wrong, you can't turn back na your studio. People then discuss about that. But I'm not saying now one side people then for always they do always political business, APC, SLPP, what side this thing go lead we? We for able look to the good side and support. What side are the bad side? We try for oppose or try for draw government's attention for make governments work on the. But like how this last caller be they try for tell you which program will you for take, I'm not saying are the right one. So I really appreciate for waiting governments don't do and this now good start. If all waiting that man don't talk while listen, if they able to put that in place, it will be very nice. Because he really talk nice. How they don't put so and so thing, and they try for do how this go be, how then they go be, which is nice. So I really appreciate for take part. Like what man be they try for tell you not make nobody frustrate you. Like so I really appreciate because nobody follow against salon discussion, to be honest. But I mean man bring me come to this program when he say, hey, listen, this I said all na the same thing can talk. He said this difference, and indeed I don't see the difference between you and the one the way I be the listen. A big difference. May God make you continue and may God make you give you wisdom and knowledge for continue what you do. Not make nobody try for put you down. Just continue good, okay? Now God will give you the reward.
Thank you very much.
That's my only contribution.
All right, thank you very much, Rugi. Thank you. Yes, caller from Germany. You dey live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
My name is Mr. Thank you for taking my call. I just want to give some contribution here concerning the Boston I will send.
Okay, you get 2 minutes. Waiting on your contribution. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say concerning the bosses that we send at the country. And based on the school picking and for them bosses are going to that country there. And for register the picking and through the school them, for get an ID for them. That government will control them more better than you say you go do it individually. So if they ever go through the schools, then it will be more easier for them. You know, and I want just ask during APC their own time, them boss where they may get, if they may get any information where they give the public, how much them boss are they cost. That you will able to say then two government differences and between them. At least transparency, people are able to know what them how much them boss are cost. You know. That number has give this evening my contribution at the moment.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you did live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
My name is Hindolo. I call from Italy.
Yes, Amido, you get 2 minutes. Waiting on your contribution.
My contribution to start with, I tell you thank you for way they make all this, now the whole world when they see what they go on at alone. Then I tell the president, let me thank you for way they try for do something where they exist that this overseas way they see. We don't begin to implement in our country. I tell them plenty thank you for that. Now what he made it say is the boys that don't go. The APC were they criticize, but not to that they would look to. What you want, they will come to develop. Let them put people that inside that bus, let them go, they monitor their school picking there. Because if good thing they go to your country, people then they criticize, they got for same people there for well that good people they think they way don't go to that place. I don't see no reason where they go criticize this kind of thing, we don't go to the country, when I go to for picking there, for sister there, and for everybody in that place there. So this then I mean contribution. Let them put people there where they go the money so they school picking there where the boss they use, when the boss they start for care they go to school. The meal contribution this year, my brother. All right. After you plenty, thank you. God will bless you.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello?
Yes, you did live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Oh yeah. Tipule, yeah. That may once again, yeah.
Okay, well, just round up quick. You be the talk, yes, just round them up quick.
Yes, I'll just round up quick. Keep up the good work. Next time, if then go, most of your questions, the way you take from where they diaspora, it's very vital for you to reach them back here and the other counterpart there, because when they come up with vital questions, them where sometimes the presenter and another they ask them, but you know now you didn't have the feel, you will know how you go arrange that and everything. So this na me.
Yeah, what I can do, every program, like this particular program, as we done, I dey send them where I don't compile and done, I dey send them to the ministry way because we get people in a tongue. That's the reason what we done. I send them to the people that we concerned. This what we done. I send and they say this now waiting the people in the diaspora. I think, and I feel say it go worthwhile for make them listen them. So that's what we've been doing. Thank you very much.
God bless you, Papa. You do very, very good job. We will support you all the way. God bless you. They be you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Yes, caller. You live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
My name is Belden Menger from Houston, Texas.
Yeah, you get 2 minutes. What's my contribution?
Yeah, my own contribution. I'm very, very happy today we are able to be part of this program. And me, I just give me own opinion based on what people that I see. Say we the descendant from Africa and from Sierra Leone. The most important thing we have to say just to tell Papa government thank you for all what they do for we. Like me, even though I'm not a SAPP or waiting, but like what they do, not a matter of the party, but the most important thing, the development. It's like this government, they focus on development more than fulfill their own pockets. So I think the best thing where we the descendant from Sierra Leone for do is for tell them thank you, and we bring the recommendation for the other mistakes then they do or the other things and we want them to do something like that, but not to put them down, because putting someone down is like they break down in strength for let do more. So right. I think that's all I get.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bye.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Hello, Jalo.
Yes, Jalo, you get 2 minutes. What's your contribution?
My contribution is I want to give advice to the picking the way they use the bus, where they open the windows, where the bus paper on. You know, like yesterday, I watched the video on Facebook. I see where the picking the hang the head then I do. You understand? I want the driver go to communicate with them, not for the do and stuff. Then because in case if big truck they come or any truck where they pass, it's too wood or any kind of thing so far they pass and jam them a problem, you know, because it's very dangerous for the picking them. And I want thing. And two, for the payment side, the government need for council need for make some booths them alongside the country or the city where every student go pay in money, then get a monthly ticket. This monthly ticket mean that not from we come and I go and I for pay, we come and I go and I for pay. At least if you use them for the 1 whole month, go get morning shift, so get afternoon shift. We come to school, use the bus going out. So we go and go school, use the bus going to school. You understand? That's how we do now. So monthly ticket for the student then I believe say that 1,000, 30,000 for the month is very nice, because I see somebody right now on the Facebook, they talk say the 1,000 is too much, may they make it to 5 block. My brother will go for understand say then tear go for use fuel, they need maintenance, they got to change the seats them. Because some of food they work at them side their way, and then west the world country, you understand? We see how they do things. When they order the thing, then they put the whole thing, everything is sufficient. You understand, eh? They make our travel talk say government need for open side for train people for that type of work here. You know, this is very, very important.
All right.
Because something and they don't go for say pass, you go pull up from China, you cow it ram. Something and then you can't get the material you need, you pay your workers, and more job you go don't create for the people in the country. You understand? Like how we they do an asshole. So me for now I go to cut a small account my contribution. Now they stop first.
All right, thank you very much.
Left for the hanging at the window.
Okay.
Left for the hanging at the window, please. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, it's Triple A. This is Abdurrahman. I call from the UK.
Yes, Abdurrahman, you get 2 minutes. Waiting a contribution.
Yeah. I want to come from a different angle because I don't listen to all the callers and call they don't make and they praise the government, which is rightly so. You know, a good thing the government don't do for the why be the good school, I be worker, I be wish who get then and they will get a government boss who go to take in our school, you know. But we just for do a citizen inquiry for make we know because APC government back then in country SMPP say APC then buy them government buses and it's so expensive. Then give so much allegation about how costly the bus then be. Then APC then and they say they talk, but then boss say I see the bus expensive. Because I read the Minister of Finance they talked in $92,000. Then the Minister of Transport they talked in at $82,000 to $72,000, if I get it right. So me what I do today, I go to the website now draw because I buy things in China. I don't buy motor car in China equipment there. I know I don't work in China. I go to the website, now drag on their website. I look for them boss there. The same model, the same price, the same specification. The price is totally different. I ask everybody to let them do a citizen inquiry, call them people there in China, let them make sure say them boss the price or the government talks. I know say they pay shipment, fee on board, then they pay all the taxes there. But yet still, if you go to the website, because me I call the company. I tell them, say, I want to buy them both there. You understand? The price they don't give me is totally different. And I can give anybody who wants, let's just contact me. I can give the information. If the minister will contact me. I don't buy things in China many times. So I want to do that inquiry. They don't make sure, say, the government then are servants there, not all masters there. We know for they praise the government, even though you're not apolitical. Everybody is apolitical because everybody belongs to a political party. But we have to call the government into fact rather than keep praising them day and night. That's why they don't take us serious. Because they say whatever we give them, they are happy with. So we get for they look critical. Then the last thing I want to talk about that guy who allow people they don't go for it anyway. They try for the attack your personality. You don't do a very good job, you know. Not to any talk come on at the inquiry, you just for the talk, you just for wait. When you then at the national news, then you pick up her. You know, today them talk say APC then thief $1 billion. That talk the IEN, nobody know $1 billion. That was an allegation. Then at the end of the day, if you don't take a role with her, when the government even follow through, we don't know anything will come out of that allegation day. So not to any way they say on social media. You're doing a good job anyway. I believe say the gentleman he said we don't get on through say they don't go attack you because I don't really a few times when they attack you, I can see on the ask me, why is he behaving like that? You're doing a good job, Triple A. So thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you very much.
We need for your CTP inquiry. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, my name Abbas Kuruma. I call from Virginia, USA.
Yes, Abbas Kuruma. You get 2 minutes waiting a contribution.
Okay, first of all, I just try to say, we'll tell you thank you for the job where they do, because some of who they struggle for even go online on the internet for long able to meet up this program, long not even just watch on YouTube. So they able to listen where they live. He do a good job now for that, so they try for come. We always to look way for able to listen them. So that's not the one thing. In terms of them boss I would bring, this government, me so far, I dey observe say that they try, so Lord give them chance. Lord see what everything happen. In terms of for the boss there, would they give advice say the mechanic them or the service for the boss them for do it regularly because Salo will get people who really know the job. It just happens say at times people are not they see them. I can even give example to me own papa where we say he not go school, but any tractor wait out now that country they just go trash them. You know they ever work again. You not go school, but nothing not they we not the fixed pan tractor. So we get mechanic them, we get very good people them. Government just need to look for them, for put them one place so that they able to service them with Kada. That's my own contribution for today.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello, people. I do.
No bad.
Yes, my brother. Yeah, about my own contribution. I call from London. My own contribution is that I understand people and they talk about the government and they talk about praising the government, then they do every kind of thing. But this government who they praise, I don't think it's a charity work than they do for the country. The government who they praise, na job specification. They know exactly it for any kind of job what they do in this world, we get job specification. We don't need for the praise them, or we don't need for not make them they don't take the country, then they take the country like na them bonify property. Now work then they work for the people and then they pay them, not for free. If the government they do something way right, yes, fine. We get for CS then they on track. But for the praise the government, praise Madabio and praise this and praise that, for me, I don't think it make any way they go. Because the people will not choose them for hello? Yeah, people will not put them there, they not choose them there. Now then go, like where will they go for job? Where then they interview, if they interview them or whatsoever, they say they want to be president, then get job, then get mandatory things for do for the country, not to free them they do for Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, the job with the government they do, they are not charitable organization. They are well paid. Even apart from they pay, then they travel, then they go any other side, then they give them small bonus them because of the travel and the travel. Then they go na other country, then and they put in a hotel, not to their money, na the government money, na the country money. So for me on side, if then they do things where they on track, fine for the country, fine for them. Then a good thing. But no, they scam for the specific. No more, Madabio don't do well, he is paid. He get paid every month and allowances and security. So if then they do good now the country, fine for the country, fine where then they do now. This is why the people then put them there for let them do what they're supposed to do. No, they clap. We know they na Sierra Leone for we now, but about where the country then they do well, if then they do well, fine. But all these things where then they do so now the country, like for saying that the first and this boss can the country, fine where then they do them.
All right.
That's no, they put one grain person yet no more for saying that then they do the job where then they pay them. Then they pay them, they're supposed to do them. If they not do them, we'll go kick them out from the country. Simple as that. Now job them take.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Amina Kabale call from New York. Thank you for taking my call. First of all, I want to commend you for the job what you do. It's very good. And two, if anybody criticizes you for what you do now, because you get a patriotic heart for the country. So if we criticize what this man they do for the country, that means we are out of positive conscience. That's why I go talk about. You know, first of all, let me be honest with you. When I see them here this morning, I cried. What make I cry is because I just ask myself, we don't get then what don't change the salon. Is it that the donor or funding don't increase? Is it that we mineral resources capacity don't increase? So I ask myself all them questions, then I go back to history. In fact, those are the amount of money where they pour in a salon, because we displayed vulnerability those days than ever we have done in this current time. So meaning more money being they come in than those days. You see? But we know they show any leadership ability, I will put it that way. Because waiting on leadership ability, now when you able do or work according to the expectation of you people then. Okay. And we don't get people then in the past we're not able to do any of them thing and day. So now that we don't see a small man don't come and God don't bless we, they do them thing and day, I swear to God, me not being a very big opponent. Now, I know this I did on here. I mean, I'm a very big opponent to the SLPP being that not been intention because waiting I see SLPP being dangerously quiet over the mess of the APC. So I go into opposition instead. You see? But thank God, we've been expect positivity. So if it don't take place now, thank God I go support the cause of this government. And I go commend them for what they do. Okay? So thank you for the bosses, Mr. Government, or Papa Government. We really thank you and we appreciate what you don't do for Salone. Because them people here deserve them. Okay? Because we don't then a point at Salone, if me not get her, I know they even think of me picking them. Say me picking them go can't get her. We don't remember that day. You know? When me not get her, me picking them not forget her. Me great-grand picking them not forget the kind privilege we me not get. It's not a good thing. If we don't get that, we are unfortunate to get. Let we pray God and hope so let we begin and great-grand picking and can get. Okay? So thank you very much for accepting this call. Now, all I get for say, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. When you listen to everybody what they say, even before this, before even we open the phone line, now the comment section, when we post things them, you go find out, say, you get two school of people them. Some people and they frown out people them where they praise government. And some people and they frown out government where they do certain things them, then they wait for make people and praise them, or then they throw their own self bell and other things them. Okay. Make a be the devil's advocate for once, yeah? People them where they praise government go tell you say when somebody do good, they find for talk the good way the person do. And because of Usawi Komot, we in Sierra Leone, we dominated with corruption. If you see somebody say him buy certain thing, we at the end of the day, he can hold that money, they not buy the thing. So some people go come out and praise. Again, this particular issue about this boss, there are still cloud in some areas. Where he go find for make, like as I say, Hindolo Siaka, make he come back. Make he can tell make he can give you a proper breakdown. Because we don't hear from the previous government, who they learn from our past experience. That make some people they talk. From our past experience. The previous government, we still left for the not tell we, but they 100 boss them. But at the end of the day, that's it. Who side and they today? Now, today we get for land say them boss here, we cost $4.9 million because with the tax, the GST and the shipping and everything cost $1.3 million. Them boss here, we cost $4.9 million, go able last for 3 to 5 years. For 3 to 5 years for $4.9 million. I think say brand new bus them, brand new car. I think it will last way above that 3 to 5 years. Now I make her say sometime, Hindolo Siaka it not be well composed for go face the interview this morning. Maybe he need for go doing research back proper, then come back where he cable give we say the small bus them now this exact then cost. The medium size na this then cost. The big one na this then cost. But For make we just tell we say okay 72. He's saying just round them up to 72,000. So all and they count to 3.6 million and stuff like that. But the small one and the big one not gonna be the same price. So if we check and save the 72 million 72,000, he still gets a little bit of doubt. Now we say 2 container spare parts. Then at the high sea they come. 2 container spare part. Well and good. They are going to be charging the people where they use the bus. Now, they say, na private company, na get for the handle the spare part. Not to that 2 container. So, in case they run out of that 2 container, spare part to they come, any other one now, na private company, na go they deal with them. Now, we order we bus through the Ali Abbas. Even how that procurement they be done, then tell we say then be make them transparent. But like I said earlier, me I not be here. I be just here say then they follow all the procedures. If you remember from the time the government be just take over, if we want go back to that one day, then tell we say everything and go by the books. But we not be see that one day, and we are not. The bosses them like how the Hindolo Sheikh Asef tell we say 50 bus is very small for the amount of school picking the way this alone, and it's gonna be wisdom for make them distribute evenly so that people we really need the bus go make use of them. People who really need the bus, then go make use of them. Because the 50 is small. But our wisdom now we dey wait. And yesterday, we talk and I say we go like for make them work with the councils them. And that's what then they do. They don't tell we say, now the local councils them, and then they work with. So each area, then say if this area get 5 bus, then go request for like 10 or 12 drivers. 10 or 12 drivers, if even 5 buses, and they train more people them, which is good. And like yesterday, we know they not ask anything but the insurance and waiting the insurance get for cover and in case accident and all them things then they. So at the end of the day, we're happy that come next school year, buses then go there for the picking them. Again, we talk about conductors, not to apprentices. The one they wait for keep the picking there, checks and balances. So that, because me, as a be salon mama them, let's say, this person de Kalbaton, na makituman, na enki run go left in small picking na school, then before he can open the market. That boss day, he go get mine, he took him picking inside there, in run go, he gonna market for go open. So, for make we able to put safety together with the big papa government, who no say they don't tell we them plan, but they are make them able to forget people, a conductor, we go responsible like the students, then the aid for the student, they will go responsible for putting picking and the checks and balances. So where you come at the junction, you get the person where the team up there and he take the picking, he put on the motorcar and then carry on. Where it outside and the candle, you get somebody where go team up there for receive the students them for direct traffic and everything. Because not to inside in school and they go left them. Then they again let you think about that. Now bus stop then get for left them. Not to inside in school. So from that bus stop they out then they converge for going at the school. We need safety in that area there. Because now you go get them boku. Then go boku. So we need people them where go see say they reach na then school them safely. So this having the school bus now one. But the other things then we come locally don't come under. So now that other things they want for dust, make we not forget the inside and day. Because the school bus not they go inside the school. Now bus stop. And we sabi the school, and the school and not in a main road. So you go say, yeah, there are some schools that are on the main road. There are schools and they were in a main road, but we talk about mostly them primary school and they're not in a main road. We don't put them down for cross the street. How then they go access them in school? All that one day, we need the ministry for make them get that into consideration. And I think Naya, we go round up for today. Everybody don't make them point, and everybody don't give you point. This is Siaka Network Radio, and we there for talk waiting go make salon go before. Now we there for, and I believe say now the love we get for we country. Na make we there, and na the love we you self get for Siaka Network. Na make you come every day for the can take part, and that same love day, let's spread them to one another, so that down the road, it go be say we own generation. Na make we begin say. It's not necessary for going to the diaspora. We can make an Sierra Leone. There's a lot. We the diasporans then they wish for happiness alone. And like how they send we money, this particular government say them we don't tell say them go look inside that to see them we don't tell we say them go able for make we self na the diaspora go able for vote. So all them things then they waiting for see them happen. But we go come back tomorrow for can discuss another topic. And till we meet again tomorrow, na so tiki pule say tata.